Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive into the wild world of CTOs?
Always.
All right. So we're cracking open the latest CTO news Thursday,
That's right.
this week's issue. I mean, it's chock full of stories about what's keeping CTOs up at night and what's got them excited. Like, think of it as a cheat sheet, right?
Definitely.
For navigating those tech networking events.
Oh, yeah.
So you can drop some knowledge bombs and sound like you really know what's up. Insider stories, big moves,
Right.
and controversial opinions even. Ready to jump in.
Absolutely.
All right, so first up, we're going to community housing.
Oh, interesting.
Keyless entry, it's making waves. Charlotte Codd
Yeah.
over at Eastlight Community Homes, she's like super hyped
Okay.
about this tech. They're partnering with a company called Unlock to make it happen. Imagine never fumbling for your keys again.
That's the dream.
Right. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
What if, like, the system crashes?
Ah, that's a good question.
How do we balance, like, the convenience with security and all that, especially in community housing? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, you bring up a really, really important point there because, yeah, keyless entry has some obvious benefits, especially for security and accessibility, like you said.
Yeah.
But if you rely completely on digital systems, well, you're also introducing new vulnerabilities. Right. I mean, as a CTO, you got to think about backups,
Right.
fail-safes. What if someone gets locked out because of a glitch?
Right.
Some kind of technical problem. It's a balancing act, right?
Yeah.
Finding that sweet spot between innovation and making sure it's reliable.
Absolutely, it's a trade-off.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, let's switch gears for a second and talk about some of the big moves happening. The one that really caught my eye, Angelica Veness.
Oh, yeah.
She's the new CTO of IBM Australia and New Zealand.
Interesting.
And with her background in cloud computing and AI, I mean, it seems like IBM is like really
doubling down.
Yeah, doubling down on those areas.
Yeah.
What do you think that means for their future direction?
Well, it's a pretty clear sign, isn't it? I mean, Vanessa's expertise in cloud and AI, it kind of tells us that IBM is positioning themselves to lead the way in helping businesses navigate, the complexities of digital transformation.
Right.
And those are all interconnected. So, they need someone who can see the big picture, right?
And connect the dots.
Yeah, connect the dots and provide a holistic vision.
Now, for someone with a bold vision, we got to talk about Kamil Duplinsky. He's the CTO of Xapo Bank.
Okay.
And this guy, he's got a statement that's turning heads in the fintech world.
Holy.
Bitcoin first. That's his approach.
Interesting.
And he even said, better to ask forgiveness than permission.
Wow.
It's
pretty strong.
It is, right.
Yeah, and it kind of reflects what we're seeing from a lot of CTOs, especially those in the blockchain world, right? That ask forgiveness, not permission.
Yeah.
It's like a, move fast and break things kind of attitude.
Right.
They want disruption, right?
Yeah.
They're not waiting for permission, especially from the traditional institutions.
Right.
But it's risky.
Yeah.
Right? It could be the future, but it could also be a disaster. It's a question we're all going to be grappling with for a while.
Big time. Okay, before we dive too deep into the future of finance, let's celebrate some wins. Rajiv Peter. He's the CIO at Notting Hill Genesis.
Okay.
He gave a shout out to Shay McCullough and the data team for winning a major data award.
Oh.
I mean, they beat out the UK Ministry of Defense.
Wow.
And Cognizant.
That's impressive.
Talk about a big accomplishment.
Yeah, it really shows how much talent and innovation there is in the data space. It's not just about crunching numbers anymore. It's about using data to solve real-world problems, drive strategic decisions, and even create social impact, right?
Absolutely. And speaking of impact, Dr. Amy Awad from Lenovo, she snagged the Trailblazer Award.
Oh, fantastic.
At the Diversity in Tech Awards.
Yeah, that's great to hear.
It's so awesome to see these leaders, pushing boundaries, paving the way for others. Okay, now for a curveball.
Okay.
Patrick Lucy. He's the chief scientist at Stats Perform.
All right.
And he's asking a question that's like dividing sports fans.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Is technology ruining the drama of sports?
That's a good question.
I know. It got me thinking, think about VAR in football.
Yeah.
Video assistant referee. On one hand, it helps make sure calls are accurate.
Right.
But some people say it messes with the flow of the game, It takes away some of the emotion.
Right. It's a tough one.
What do you think about that?
It's really fascinating, right? Because technology can bring more objectivity and fairness, but it can also disrupt those spontaneous moments that make sports so exciting. Yeah. I remember that controversial goal line decision.
In the World Cup.
Yeah. Technology was key there, but it also sparked endless debate.
So true.
Even with the best tech, you know, it's the passion of the fans and the human element that makes sports what it is.
And on the topic of game-changing technology, the CTO Confessions podcast, they had a really thought-provoking episode. They talked to Michel Nadi. He was the head of telco and infrastructure development at the IOTA Foundation.
All right.
And they were talking about IoT and blockchain.
Interesting.
Coming together. Internet of Things and blockchain.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds pretty complex. What are the key takeaways?
Okay, so imagine this, right? A network of sensors tracking a shipment across the globe. That's IoT in action.
Right.
And then that data gets recorded on a blockchain. So you have this secure, transparent record. That's where things get exciting.
Interesting.
Because blockchain brings trust and accountability, right?
Right.
Which is often missing in these complex supply chains. It ensures that data is authentic and hasn't been tampered with.
Wow, that's a really clear example. So we've covered a ton. Keyless entry, tech in sports.
Yeah.
Even a little bit of blockchain and IoT. Yeah. What a whirlwind.
It just goes to show, right? The world of a CTO, it's dynamic.
Yeah.
You got to be able to adapt, embrace new technologies, and navigate all these ethical and strategic challenges.
It really makes you wonder, what's next?
Right. What's the next big thing?
Exactly. Are you ready for it? Make sure you're checking out CTO News Thursday.
Definitely.
To stay ahead of the curve. Until next time, keep innovating.
Absolutely.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.